The sky broke open just as Huser stepped onto the empty city square. Dark clouds swallowed the evening, and rain fell in thick, restless sheets. The concert hall behind him glowed with warm lights, but inside it stood silent. Power had failed. The show canceled, the crowd dismissed, or so everyone thought. Huser did not leave. He stood beneath the open sky, cello case in hand, coat already heavy with rain. Music had taught him many things, but the most important was this. Moments like this never returned. He opened the case slowly, as if the rain itself were holding its breath. The cello gleamed faintly under a flickering street lamp, its wood darkening as the first drops touched it. At first, there was only the sound of rain. Then Huser played. The opening note rose softly, trembling like a question asked into the storm. Passers-by slowed their steps. A taxi stopped. Someone under a broken umbrella turned around. The melody grew deeper, warmer, pushing against the cold night. Rain streamed down Huser's face, but his eyes remained closed, fingers steady, bow moving as if guided by something beyond him. The music carried sorrow and hope together. It spoke of nights spent alone in hotel rooms, of applause that faded too quickly, of love lost between tour dates. But it also carried resilience, the quiet strength of standing when everything else fell apart. The rain became part of the rhythm, tapping the cello's body, drumming on the stone pavement, turning the square into a living instrument. People gathered without realizing it. Strangers stood shoulder to shoulder, soaked and silent. A child sat cross-legged on the ground, staring in wonder. A woman wiped tears from her face, unsure when they had started falling. Phones were raised, but soon lowered again. This moment felt too fragile to trap inside a screen. As the storm intensified, Huser played louder, bolder. The bow pressed harder, the notes climbing higher, refusing to be drowned out. Water dripped from his hair. His sleeves clung to his arms, yet he did not falter. This was no longer a canceled concert. This was something purer, something honest. The final passage slowed, stretching time itself. Each note lingered, echoing against the buildings, hanging in the air like a promise. When the last sound faded, the rain softened, as if the sky itself were listening. For a heartbeat, there was silence. Then applause erupted, not the polished kind from velvet seats, but raw, emotional, unstoppable. People cheered, cried, laughed. Some embraced strangers. Huser opened his eyes and smiled, a quiet, tired smile, and bowed to the rain-soaked crowd. That night, a single video spread across the world. Headlines called it the Rain Concert. But for Huser, it was never about fame. It was about choosing music when everything else said stop, and discovering that sometimes the most unforgettable concerts happen when there is no stage at all.